Hi folks, Jerry from Workwear Group here. We're going to talk today and teach you how to bleed your radiator, vent your radiator or radiators, depending on what you need to do, just in case you do not know how, because not everyone does. So, two items that you will need is a cloth, a towel, or a rag of some description. Do not use your partner's best one because you will be in trouble, trust me. And a radiator bleed key. This is a little tool that you can buy from B&Q, Screwfix, hardware stores, but that is what you will need. Or if you've had a boiler installed by us, you will have one of ours. Now, this is a combi boiler. You need to understand the three types of systems to know how that you're going to need to top your boiler back up after you've bled the radiator. On ours, we have a combi boiler, which is, I know it's a combi boiler, obviously being an engineer, but a combi and a system boiler is quite easily identifiable because there will be a pressure gauge installed. Some heat-only boilers have been installed like this. Just look for the pressure gauge. That then, when you have bled your radiators, you will need to re-increase to 1.5 bars on that pressure gauge to make sure that there's water adequate for the pressure switch to be able to activate the boiler. On our YouTube channel, there are how to top up my boilers in there, so you will need to do that. The third and final is the older style, is what's called an open vented system. These are boilers without this kind of gauge on it. Like I say, some can be fitted like this, but there's no gauge. You've got a tank up in the loft, in the airing cupboard, on the landing, in your bedroom, somewhere like that for your hot water. And in the loft is usually a black tank that looks something like a washing up bowl, about the same size. That will automatically top your central heating system up when you start to let air out of it, or in worst case scenarios you have a leak. So what we'll do is we'll go to the radiator, we'll show you how. This way. So here we have one of our radiators at our lovely warm home. So the way that you'll know that you need to top your radiator up is quite easily identifiable just by using touch. If you feel across the top of the radiator, if it's cold, it's usually a very good sign that there is air in that radiator that needs to be removed. If it's hot at the top, then that is showing that you don't need to bleed that radiator. It should have water come straight out the top. If it's feel at the bottom and it's cold at the bottom, then that's an indication of sludge, which is a different problem that we can help you with. So get in touch with that, info@workwithgroup.co.uk. But this video is about bleeding your radiators. So what we have is just here on the side of it. It can be on either side, but on ours it's just here. A radiator bleed valve. This one has a directional little nozzle. We're going to take our bleed key. We're going to place our rag close to it so we don't get it everywhere. And then we're going to start to bleed. And as we can see, there is water present. So little lefty loosey to loosen it, little righty tighty to take it back. Do not over tighten it because you can round it off. Worst case scenario, you can completely shear it off. On some of these modern ones, they're not always quite nipped up properly, so you might need a little adjustable spanner just to hold the body of it whilst you get your key in and you unscrew the bleed valve. Once that's done, obviously you've got a mucky rag. Do not use it to re-dry your pots because it'll be no good. If you do have any issues with that, do get in touch with us, info@workwithgroup.co.uk. If then you need to top your boiler up, which I'm sure you will need to, just go to our YouTube channel, look at how to top your boiler up. There's a few on there already. If we're missing any, or you've not seen the filling loop that looks like yours, again, info@workwithgroup.co.uk. More than happy to FaceTime you to talk you through it. If you can't find one or there's not one been installed, we will happily come out and install it for you. For now, that's Jerry from Workwear Group. We'll see you later, folks.